inside the Broad River Community Market Space. This is a facility, a building, that is basically downtown Shelby. And I'm going to give Me Pueblito a plug. We're across from Me Pueblito, so it will be easy to find. And I'm here with Megan Murphy
Hi.
and Dylan, and I'm sorry I don't know your last name.
It's Emery, but hello.
Emery, that's
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
That's right. Dylan Emery. These two people have come up with, and they've spent a lot of time thinking about this, to have a place where people that grow too much food can give it to them, and then they in turn give it to people in need.
Yeah.
So, Megan, I'm going to ask you what was the thought process, the reasoning behind this?
Oh, should I hold
No, yeah, there.
it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold.
You'll hold it.
Yeah. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So, I've been a farm worker, and really passionate about food systems and local food economies. And something that I've noticed about a lot of rural communities is that despite being very agricultural, oftentimes farmers feel like they cannot sell their food in the place where they live because there's not enough of a demand or a market for it. And so a lot of farmers here in Cleveland County, their business model is reliant on them shuttling food to bigger cities like Asheville or Charlotte. And so Broad River Market is born out of this concept that we as a community can come together and close that economic gap, so that as a rural community which is growing our food, we can also enjoy that food. Food insecurity tends to be higher in rural communities. Mm-hmm. Poverty tends to be higher in rural communities. And this is an opportunity for us to invest in local farms, in farm jobs, in the food economy, and support people in need. And so we do that in partnership with local farms, and we do distribute excess produce when it is grown, but we also pay farmers for their work and their space, and that allows them to build capacity, to access new markets that they wouldn't have been able to previously, mm-hmm. and to invest back into their community without putting that financial burden on them.
Well, that just sounds wonderful, Megan, and I hope you out there are so appreciative that these young people want to make this happen. So, Dylan, do you have anything to add?
I think Megan pretty much covered it, but growing up here, I love the idea that we can help out farmers and support local farmers. I grew up around them, and I'm glad that we can, have a part in supporting them.
And of course, growing up around here, there are a lot of people here in need.
Absolutely.
And they give food away, folks, as you'll see. We are in the next segment, we're going to be at a market where people just come and pick up the food that they need.
Absolutely.
Well, Megan, I have right there the two things. Excuse me, I'll just reach over. First of all, you do try to raise money for this. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and do you want to explain, because I've been to at least two of your food events.
Yes.
One was up at near Kaiser.
Yes.
At the Hmong people,
Mm-hmm.
who we bought a ticket, and I bought a ticket, I'm sorry, and the Hmong people cooked food from their garden. It was just an amazing meal and an amazing experience. What these folks also did on New Year's Eve, they had a huge, wonderful dinner that we all bought tickets, and I'm assuming some of the food was donated. Is that correct, Megan?
Yes, so we are really lucky to have great relationships with local farms and local businesses, restaurants, and so we work in partnership with them to put on these farm-to-table dinners that showcase food from Cleveland County. So our friends, me and Yi, they have Roots and Branches Farm, which is in Lawndale, closer to Kaiser, but in Cleveland County. And they are amazing people, so generous, and you saw their beautiful farm, and they grow a lot of traditional Hmong food, and including their own rice. And so we put on a dinner series with them this year. There's a huge Hmong refugee community in this region, and so they called on a lot of friends and family, and together they put on this amazing dinner series for us to help us fundraise money. And then the New Year's dinner was in partnership with New Grass Brewing Company, Clary's Farm to Table, Old North Farm, and Milk Glass Pie. And so they donated their time and their talents, and we got to put on this amazing meal, really showcasing local food and yeah, raising money for our project. That's actually like how we were able to kick off in the beginning, was our first farm to table dinner.
Oh,
So
yes,
yeah.
yes. Well, Dylan, we're going to put this, excuse me, it's cold out and so am I. I'm going to have Tim put this on so that our viewers can see this. But do you have any comments about how this, this is some amazing figures. And is this over a year's time or?
So this is actually from the beginning, October
Okay.
of 2024. We actually started our plot at Old North Farm in 2025, last season.
Okay.
So that number, that almost 1,500 pounds, was just for 2025. But the amount of food distributed, which is over 5,000 pounds, like almost, or a little over 5,500 pounds, that's distributed all time. So that's from our very first market back in October of 2024 till now. So
Wow. Well, viewers, you'll be able to see this.
Yep.
Excuse me, Megan, let me just drop this over here. Okay, so you really have 4 locations. 2 are the markets. One is at on Buffalo Street, where you'll see. The other is in Grover.
Yeah.
Okay, so
In Grover. Yeah, we are in Grover on Wednesdays.
Okay.
Or in the winter, we're doing every other Wednesday, and that is next to the town hall.
okay.
So it's kind of in the most central area. We started our Grover market last spring because we had so much food coming out of the garden. And the first day we were there, we ran out of food in about 5 minutes.
Oh,
there was
my
a
goodness.
line wrapping around the sidewalk.
we saw about 40 people.
Yeah. And that was really, we've been there ever since. Yeah.
Well, of course. I mean, that shows a great need.
Yeah.
So-
Dylan can speak a lot to the need in Grover too,
Yeah.
having grown up there.
Much like, I'm from Grover. I've been there
Oh,
my whole
okay,
life. So,
good.
much like other communities, around Shelby, Grover is kind of a food desert. We don't have a grocery store within walking distance.
No, you don't.
And so it's very hard for folks, like if you don't have reliable transportation, to get to somewhere where you can get fresh produce. So that was a big deal for us. We wanted to make sure to hit places and target places that we know the need is great. And I think that's, I think us being there has been a big help. So it's been good to see.
Well, yes, it's just a great place. So you're at Grover, you're on Buffalo Street, you're here on West Warren Street. Yeah, across from me, Pablito's, another plug. And then you also have a plot out in the country near Polkville.
Yeah.
Which is, we're going to wrap up the show out there. So stay tuned. You'll see where they are growing their own food as well. So stand by. You're going to get some footage of this facility. What is the address here?
It's 212 West Warren Street.
212 West Warren. And could people bring food here?
They can. We are not always here, as you can probably tell. We do a lot of running around, but you can always reach out to us. We have a contact us section on the website, and we're happy to coordinate with you any kind of donation or pickup.
Good. Well, stay tuned. We're going to be at the Buffalo Street Market, so you'll be able to see how people make use of what these folks do.
She gets her hair from her mom, her eyes from her dad, and her drugs from her home medicine cabinet. Fact: more people die from drug overdoses than from car crashes or gun violence. And over 50% of those deaths are from prescription drugs. Prescription drug abuse is preventable. 1. Secure and take regular inventory of our medications. 2. Dispose of unused or expired medications. 3. Share this message with others. Be aware, don't share, lock your meds.
Washington Outreach Ministries is one of the largest emergency food pantry in Cleveland County. We feed about 15,000 people a month. We have bi-weekly distribution every other Friday, and we serve them with all type of product, not just food product, but all type of necessities. Anything that they need, we have here and we can supply it. Food is available every day, but we offer bi-weekly distribution so the mass of Cleveland County can come through and enjoy some of the food products that we have here.
Welcome to Meet Me at the Movies. I am Noel T. Manning II, hanging out with a bunch of cool folks.
Like Glenn from The Walking Dead.
The Critics' Choice Scholar. Christian is not with us this week because he was smart.
Tim, how are you doing back over there on the Tim Cam?
Tim Cam.
Love is eternal.
Love is eternal.
Knows no date.
It knows no date. Keep quiet.
Which means we can run this more than once.
That's exactly right. Yep.
Oh, look at he's celebrating.
He's celebrating
Ragnarok. Was there a band called Striper?
Yes.
So there was?
Yes, absolutely. I have no idea. I just made that up.
Welcome back, Cleveland County. Well, we told you that there are, we call them pop-up markets, if that's okay. Yeah. And we're here again with Megan and Dylan. And Megan, if you just want to explain what you've done here in setting all this up.
Yeah, so we've got seasonal winter produce on the table today. We've got some farm fresh eggs from LJ Peaceful Acres Farm. We have some deer meat that was donated by Dylan's brother. We've got some beautiful lettuce heads from A Way of Life Farm, and we have some collards from our garden plot, sweet potatoes, and butternut squash. We also have some dry goods that were donated by Box Turtle Books. Box Turtle Books did a food drive for us. So we have some beans and rice and some beautiful handmade soaps donated by Wooden Nickel, who sells soap at the farmer's market.
Yes. Well, that's great. I'm impressed about the deer meat, and there's hamburger meat out there. Anything else besides hamburger meat?
I think that's all.
Yeah,
Okay.
today.
Okay. And of course, we're going to be going out to their farm spot, which is where Jamie Swafford, that's his farm, and they've given you a plot of land. So we'll be heading out there after you watch this. But this is such a great place. Can you advertise where the markets are?
Yeah, so right now we're standing in Jefferson Park. It's right off of Buffalo Street and across from Faith Harvest Church. It's a pretty walkable area. It's got some sidewalks. And then we are in Grover right now every other Wednesday. Heading into spring, we're going to aim for every Wednesday in Grover next to the town hall. So yeah, those are our two weekly markets.
Great. Well, you have such a variety here, especially with the eggs. I'm very impressed with the
I
eggs.
know, in the winter time too, yeah.
Right, because the chickens, I think, are molting. A lot of them are. Of course, when they molt, they don't lay eggs, but we've got them here, and this is beautiful lettuce.
Yeah.
How do you let your vendors know how they can give food?
So we have running relationships with several farms, and we kind of do weekly orders, and then also people, especially in the summertime when they actually have access to give, will reach out directly to us. So Davis and Son Orchards, we love them. They donated hundreds of pounds of watermelons and peaches and apples and so folks will reach out to us with excess, or we have working relationships with farmers, Way of Life Farm, Healy Lane Farm. We go shop at the farmers market, and that stocks our table. But yeah.
Well, that's just wonderful that people that grow food are willing to give their food away to people that really need it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is year round, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep, we're here every Monday that we can be.
Okay.
It rain or shine.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a beautiful pavilion
Yeah, we're pretty
built
lucky.
by a Boy Scout for his Eagle Scout project,
Yep.
I just heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, okay, and we'll do some more conversation as we move around through these 3 different areas that they're involved in. So keep watching.
Someone once said that without music, life would be a mistake. And that's how we feel here on Face the Music. Hi, I'm Summer Castle-Keever, and I'd love for you to join me each month on our new program, Face the Music, which airs on C19 TV and C19.tv. Each month we'll highlight the talents, personalities, and stories behind some of the area's most gifted singers, songwriters, and musicians. It's going to be a lot of fun, so join me each month for a new edition of Face the Music right here on C19.
welcome to the garden plot. We can be thankful, all of us, that Jamie Swafford is allowing you to have your garden spot out here. Jamie Swafford is a longtime farmer. He's an unbelievable chef, and I haven't been out here in a long time, and his greenhouses are amazing.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
So, Dylan, what do we have planted out here in your garden plot?
Well, right now we've got a lot of cover crops. It's the winter, so a lot of the beds are sleeping in, but we still have collard greens coming up, and we're harvesting, taking to market. We also have some cabbage. We've harvested some onions. So, yeah, it's a little slim right now, but coming soon we'll have a lot more planted out here.
Which will be what, Megan? What else will you have planted out here?
So we like to grow a lot of carrots, salad mix. Onions are always a great hit. We grew a bunch of squash this year.
Okay, and that's at the farmers, at your pop-up market.
Yes, yeah, we bring everything out to the market. We try to grow things that are easy to cook, that people are familiar with, and that are accessible, but also a few new things. There's a lot of food that people haven't gotten to try yet, and we like to grow varieties that are resilient to the weather in our region, or that contribute to the biodiversity of our plot. And so sometimes we'll grow purple potatoes or beets, or plants that people aren't necessarily familiar with but are still delicious and nutritious. So
Right. Well, and I think the collards, or maybe were you telling me, Dylan, about the collards?
Yeah, so they're very colorful, but they are these are in part of a project through the Utopian Seed Project. It's a breeding program that lots of different farmers in our region are taking part in, but they basically started over and put a bunch of heirloom varieties of collards together, and they're breeding for flavor, climate resilience, and lots of other things. So, but yeah, it's a really cool project that we actually get to take part in. So yeah.
Now, are you giving the plants to try, or how does that work?
Yep. So Jamie, we were lucky enough that Jamie has plenty of ultra cross collards to spare. So yeah, that kind of works out great for us.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. So I'm impressed that with the squash that we saw at the market was grown here.
yeah.
And I mean, that's the whole purpose of this, is that you can not only get food from other farmers, but that you can grow your own and give them to the public.
Yeah, absolutely. So this was a partnership born out of our conversations with Jamie. It's meant to be a reciprocally beneficial partnership. So we sort of pay to use this space, and then we get the benefit of Jamie's consultation, of being on a fully operating farm with its own wash and pack and equipment, and that really helped us get started as a new scrappy organization with just a little bit of funds to work with. And we were harvesting upwards of 200 pounds of food a week out of this garden in the summer, if you believe it. So all of the all of that was made possible because we were partnering with this farm, and that's kind of the concept behind a lot of our work, is that we can work together in a way that helps us get the most food we can to people who really, really need it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And make sure that we're investing back into the farm itself as well. So yeah.
I want to shout out all of our amazing volunteers too, because this plot takes a lot of labor it takes a lot of time to harvest and to keep it beautiful. So our volunteers are amazing. There were like work days where we had 15 people out here working. So so it was really, really great. And if anyone wants to volunteer, work days are a great opportunity to get out here and help out
and play a farmer. And see what growing vegetables is all.
Absolutely.
Is there a phone number, Megan?
Well, you can always check out our website. It's broadrivermarket.org.
Good.
And that's a great way to get involved.
Good. Okay. Well, one final thing that I wanted to say. For those of you out there who love to grow food, have a bunch of tomatoes or cucumbers, whatever you're growing, and you come up with an excess, I encourage you to give them to your neighbors, but sometimes your neighbors don't want them. Think about giving to this organization. That we don't want any food in in Cleveland County anyway, and this area to go to waste.
Absolutely.
And these are the people that can help distribute to those folks who need food.
We always have had a certain courtesy to other people upon their retirement or somebody's passing.
Well, I got something nice to say about our retirement.
Well, we're not.
Good riddance.
I wish that you.
First, he put giant flagpoles on the White House lawn like it was a Buc-ee's, and then he cemented over the Rose Garden. Then he turned the Oval Office into a place that looks like a New Orleans cat house.
Well, I'm sure President Obama evaluated both candidates and went with the best one, better one.
Yeah, one of them had a D by her name.
Well, one cannot help but wonder why. Betsy, one possibility would be that the Hurricanes are now afraid to enter the newly named Gulf of America while Trump's in the White House.